Volleyball fans, we'd like to welcome you to Abbotsford, British Columbia, home of the Columbia Bible College Bearcats, and your hosts for the 2026 PACWEST Volleyball Championships. In our first women's semifinal game, we have the Camosun College Chargers taking on the Vancouver Island University Mariners. Fans, we thank God as the creator for the gift of the earth and respectfully acknowledge the Matsqui First Nation, affiliated with the larger Stolo people. As the historic caretakers of this land, Columbia Bible College seeks to walk in respect, peace, and reconciliation with all. Thank you. Before we announce the starting lineups, we would like to acknowledge our PACWEST Conference Award winners from both teams. Award winners, when you hear your name, please come forward to the scores table for a photo. From the Camosun Chargers, rookie team all-star, Caitlin Vetch. Second team all-star, Eden Van Brabant. First team all-star, Erica Bolink. Congrats, Chargers. From the VIU Mariners, rookie team all-star, Sarah Hughes. Rookie team all-star, Elizabeth Sim. Second team all-star, Lauren Horde. Second team all-star, Regan Ingram. First team all-star, Grace Brisbois. And top libero, Jordy Exner. Congratulations, Mariners. Fans, if you're able, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. And now, fans, it's time to meet the starting lineups. Starting for the Camosun College Chargers, number 2, Georgia Archibald. Number 3, Eden Van Brabant. Number 4, Olivia Trianfi. Number 7, Erica Bolink. Number 12, Caitlin Vetch. Number 16, Ellie Carr. And libero number 15, Sloan Thompson. The Chargers are coached by Scott Freeburn. Starting for the Vancouver Island University Mariners, number 5, Grace Brisbaugh. Number 9, Sarah Hughes. Number 11, Lauren Horde. Number 15, Grace Green. Number 19, Regan Ingram. Number 20, Eden Wade. Liberos, number 2, Jordy Exner. And number 10, Elise Stein. The Mariners are coached by Shane Hyde. Let's play some volleyball.
Welcome to the 2026 PACWEST Volleyball Championship. Ryan Waters and Kyle Cook alongside it for this very first semifinal here in 2026 on the women's side of the bracket. It's the number 2 ranked VIU Mariners, back-to-back gold medalists, 16-4 during the regular campaign, taking on the third-seeded Camosun Chargers, 7-13 during the regular season. These two teams met 4 times in the seasonal series, the Mariners winning 3 of those. The only victory for the Chargers was a 5-setter. And Kyle Cook, you know something a little bit about PACWEST Volleyball, a former Capilano Blue, now a part of the UFV Cascades broadcasting staff, so welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting.
You're too fired up. I think you need to settle down. You might go out there and spike somebody.
I know. I want to play now. This warm-ups were getting me fired up.
This will be fun here today. Yeah. This is a rematch of last year's gold medal match in which the Mariners won on their home floor in 4 sets to propel themselves back to the CCAA National Championship. The winner of this one will meet tomorrow in the gold medal match at 5:30 with the right to represent the PACWEST at the championship in a couple of weeks. So starting things off will be the Mariners. Eden Wade will go back to serve things up, the left-hander. She will get this match underway. Look for Erica Bolink, but this time it is from the backcourt. Vetch was stuffed there, and it's a point right away to VIU. But look for Erica Bolink, number 7, in her final PACWEST championship to have a big impact, if she can, during taking on this Mariner team. Island rivalry. Here's Bolink. A little tip there, and she gets her first point.
We're going to be seeing a lot of that all day today from Erica Bolink, being one of the top leaders in kills in this league. She's got a deep bag, or a lot of tricks in her bag to bring out on the offensive side of the ball. So that was a good tip into the pot.
And even 300 kills during the regular season. This serve is in there. Mariners go to work for the first time. This is Ingram, goes off a block. Vetch is there, nice dig. They pop it up to Bolink. Bolink is partially blocked. She keeps it alive. This will be a free ball. See if the Mariners can take advantage. Here's Ingram again. Ingram rejected, goes off her, and the Chargers have their first lead. It's 2-1.
That was a great press over the net for the block, and closed block, no seams in the block, and just great execution.
Back to serve again is Trianfi. Her serve will go into the net, so a service error, the first one of the semifinal, and it ties it at 2. This VIU Mariner team, boy, this school has been so decorated. They've won 30 straight PACWEST medals, 19 of them gold, and including the last 2. There's a little wraparound. Van Brabant will just get it across. This is Brisbois. She goes off a block and gets the kill. That's her first of the postseason. She had 220 all of last year, or all of the regular season, I should say, in her 5th and final season. And now Ingram out of Calgary. Her serve handled there by Bolink. A short set in the middle. Exner is there, the top libero in the conference. Gets her first dig. Charges right back to Bolink. Bolink goes cross court. Ingram is there. Nice pass. This is Horde. Good rally between these two teams. Van Brabant is stuffed, and it is a call, a 4-hit call, so she didn't actually get it over the net or touch a blocker.
Yeah, that was a great rally. Both island rivalries wanting to put their stamp early in this game. So great rally to start it out, and the Mariners getting it right there.
There's a good pass initially. This is Bowling. She's rejected. Brisbaugh and also one of their all-rookie players. That was Hughes closing the block. I think Brisbaugh got her. Brisbaugh was terrific on the blocks during the regular season, 30. Here's Ingram again, second-team All-Star member. In the middle, there's a kill. That's Ellie Carr with her first. Second-year kid out of Burnaby.
Establish the mills early so that, or that was a great run in the middle, establishing the mills early so that the middle blockers have to decide, okay, am I staying with the middle a little bit longer or am I going out to one of the pins? So that was a great middle run early in this first set.
Here's Bowling. Bowling serve sails out of bounds. First service error, and that is 6-3. Bowling, I was mentioning to you before the semifinal, last year this Charger team was in the semifinal against Capilano, and Bowling serve pretty much won the entire semifinal for them. She has a service error there. Nice play by VIU just to keep it alive, and a little tip over. If Camosun can handle. On the far side, it goes out of bounds. That was Vetch. Did she get a touch? No, she did not.
That was a good run outside, though. I like switching it up instead of giving the majority of the balls to Bowling. Switch it up and let your other attackers get some food as well.
In the middle, this one off Carr. Carr gets it down. That's her second.
Great run in the middle, second kill again. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I would keep going to Carr in the middle.
Chargers need to establish the secondary scoring, right?
For sure.
You can't just rely on Bowling the whole time. The Carr and Van Brabrand need to really step up. In the middle for VIU this time. And it's Grace Green with a kill, the third-year kid out of Nanaimo.
Exactly. Run the middle right back to them. If not many middle sets on the Mariner side, so getting them established at 8-4 in this first set, good call.
Here's Brisbois, first-team All-Star. The southpaw, her serve into the net. And it's 8-5 in favor of VIU. Of course, if you're unsure, it is a best of 5. First to 3 wins and moves on. First of 2 women's semifinals. And Brabant gets it in. Tough serve to handle for Horde. Horde is going to get it back to send over the free ball. And Brabant to Bowling. Not a very good first pass. This is Vetch. Tries to go up and over the block, but can't get it down.
I like what she was doing there, though. She was aiming high for hand, so that just trying to sail it off the fingertips, but just missed.
Rookie out of Edmonton, you wonder what the nerves are like a little bit in her first postseason match, right? And you're against the defending champs, your island rival. She's going to get another shot here. She's blocked, but she pops it back up. And Bowling will just send it over in the free ball. Brisbaugh got a hand on it. Now Ingram will send it over deep and in. Nice play by Ingram just to get the ball in. Such a smart player in her 5th and final season out of Calgary. He knows the court very well.
Yeah, great roll shot deep into the court, especially right in between two defenders and just looking at each other like, is your ball, my ball, yours? So great spot.
One of those, I got it, you take it.
Yeah.
Just over the nice tip there by the center, and then knocked over by Wade.
Yeah, it's a great heads-up play. You see no hands in your vicinity and you're a front row setter. That's just the best meal you can eat right there.
Triumphi, the setter for the Chargers, thought she might be able to catch the Mariners off guard with her tip, but to no avail. You get an opportunity here again. There's a wraparound set, and there's a kill off the right hand of Archibald. That's her first. And Archibald brings the score to within 11-6 Mariners. And Vetch will go back to serve. Vetch, who played competitive soccer for 10 years, will alley-oop that one over. And here's Ingram. Ingram took a little bit off it, but Bolink was there. Going to set up Erica. She'll go off a block. Brisbois happens to be right there. Out of the backcourt, Horde! Just long. Horde wanting a tip, not going to get it. And it's 11-7.
I'm not a big fan of the bailout pipe attack because it's kind of the last resort there. I'd prefer if you're in a trouble situation there, high ball it outside so somebody can get a cleaner attack there the Mariners.
Vetch gets the serve in the middle. That one's tipped by Green. Nice dig by Thompson, the libero. And Bolink will send it over. And she gets it down. Tough play for Brisbane. Just got her hands on it, but nobody home there for VIU.
Yeah, Bolink's going to have a lot of volume today, and she will definitely get some cheeky attacks like that one.
That's what happens when you're good, though, right?
Yeah, I know. You'll get
those
get
points.
the volume, yeah.
Here's Vetch. Horde with a nice first pass. They're going to go to Ingram. Ingram nicely dug by Vetch. Bolink again goes off a tip. Mariners keep it alive. In the corner, Thompson. There's Bolink. Took some off it, but Ingram, nice play. She's going to get it back from Exeter. Good rally here, back and forth, and the libero will just tap it over. Nice block by Bolink. She read that tip effort by Wade all the way and said nope. Makes it 11-9.
That's great press from Bolink. Great heads-up play. Saw that was coming and just put late hands over to block it down.
Here's a rookie from Edmonton. Nice first pass. Here's Ingram. Ingram will find the spot and get it down. Her second kill of the afternoon.
Yeah, she was number 6 in the league in kills, so she's got a deep repertoire of tricks as well. So that was a great spot.
Grace Green back to serve. Thompson with a nice pass. They're going to set up Archibald down the line. She's got her second. Archibald providing some much-needed offense for this Camosun Charger team. Second-year player out of Delta. Now she'll go back to serve. She's doing all this with a broken elbow.
Jeez.
We'll see how long she can go. Here's Ingram. Yeah. Ingram with a big kill. Reagan Ingram. A little extra oomph on that one to make it 13-10.
And the block for Camosun was sailing towards the outside of the court as well. That's what gave her that angle with almost no block in front of her, so she could just hit it straight down.
Here's Wade. Wade's float serve. Thompson not a very good handle on that. And it's an ace there for the VIU setter Wade in her 5th season out of Alberta. From Acme, Alberta, which I've never heard of.
I've never heard of that before.
No. The Wile E. Coyote spends a lot of time in Alberta, Acme, Alberta. No? You're too young for that.
I know who Wile E. Coyote
okay,
is.
All right,
okay.
Good.
Yeah. I'm educated in Looney Tunes here.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
Trianfi will go back to serve. Second-year player out of Langley. Here she comes. Just off the top of the net. Exner is there. They set up Ingram on this time on the other side. Doesn't matter for Ingram. She has her 4th unofficially. Kyle and I will try to do our own stats here at the court side, but they're definitely unofficial.
Unofficial.
Yeah. Everybody knows. Nice serve.
Yeah.
Here's Bolink. Bolink with some power and off a face, I think, and gets it down for a kill.
Yeah, she's the bailout player. If you need a kill, you need a point, get out of a bad rotation, they're most likely going to give it to Bolink for the duration of this game.
If you're going to take a ball off the face, though, you don't want it to be off the hand of Bolink.
She's got quite an arm.
She'll go back to serve now. 58 aces during the regular season. And she's 0 for 2 with her serve so far here this afternoon. She's a player that needs to get going, particularly from that service line.
Yeah, like you said at the top of the game, she basically won the game last year on her serve. So she's got to find a rhythm quickly to be able to get this team going with her spin serve.
There's an ace there as Hughes gets an ace, and now first-year head coach Scott Freeburn wants to take a time. Had a 5-point lead again. They brought it to within 3 to the Chargers, but then VIU kind of Reagan Ingram really has taken over. And she has, in my calculations, 4 kills so far, and it's a 5-point lead for VIU. This, of course, the first of the 2 semifinals on the women's side of the bracket. The number 1 Capilano Blues taking on the 4th-seeded Douglas Royals later on today, 5:30. We'll have that call for you. You know, when you look at these two teams, it's pretty incredible how much they have won in the PACWEST.
Yeah.
VIU 30 straight PACWEST medals, 19 gold, won the last 2. Camosun, by the way, won gold 3 years ago. So these two teams representing a lot of gold medals, particularly recently here in the PACWEST. VIU winning 7 straight coming into this contest. They were just 6 points out of first place coming into the postseason.
Well, it's a long rivalry between these two teams. So they know each other really well. The coaches know each other. The players know each other's styles really well, especially being able to play 4 games a season against each other. So they pick up on their tendencies, and definitely for this game, it's even more of an emphasis because it's do or die right now for them. So a lot of film and a lot of experience playing against each other.
Yeah. And, of course, that island rivalry bragging right up for grabs too, right?
Big one.
After the timeout, Hughes will send it back in. Bowling with a nice first pass. This one tapped over. Van Brabrand gets a kill. That's her first. And it cuts the lead to 4, 17-13. And Ali Carr, as Archibald comes back in for Camosun. And Carr back to serve. Her serve sailing really long and really wide. Another service error by the Chargers. And she'll depart for the libero Thompson back in the game. Third-year player out of Saskatoon. And Brisbaugh back to serve. The lefty. Bolink with a good pass in the middle. That one's going to go long. Archibald mishit it. And it'll be 19-13 the score in favor of VIU.
Good run in the middle, but the VIU blockers were ready for that and kind of saw that coming. Must have watched film, seeing the tendencies of the setter there.
Brisbaugh's serve goes too long there. Then the lead back down to 19-14.
That's going to be, or that is a big emphasis in the VIU game plan. They're serving, and they've been serving really well, but Brisbois, just missed that one there.
And Brabrand. Here she comes. Her serve into the net. Well, back-to-back service errors. And Horde now. Now we'll have an official substitution for Camosun, as Kaylin Caballo will come in for the first time. And as will number 13, Jillian Roost, will come in for the first time for Camosun. So the Chargers going to their bench here in this first set, down by 6.
Yeah, they do that double sub so they can keep 3 front row attackers and keep the hands in the back row. So they got better offensive options.
There's an ace right off the top of the twine, off a arm and out of bounds.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. Their serving is very, very strong. They're picking seams in between passers, and they're picking on what looks like bow length for right now.
Here's the serve. There is Erica again. Good pass this time. This one off the top of the net. Vetch, I guess the Mariners got a piece of it. Didn't look like it from here. And now a whistle call and a double hit by Camosun. And now the second timeout charged the Chargers, down 22-14. We have seen teams and schools in the past go at Erica Bowling coming off the serve. And you're more of a volleyball knowledgeable volleyball than I. But when you go for the big hitter, does that must take their timing out, their rhythm out to get into positions, because now they have to make a play?
100%, especially when you're making them reach, go side to side, and shifts their momentum, so it takes another half second. So the setter has to adjust to, oh no, my overall highest volume player is off balance right now. I got to readjust the set. So I think going to bowling for the Mariners is a great game plan, especially in her seams of her passing, because gets her off balance, takes more effort as well. You're just moving more often, taking more energy. So I think it's a good game plan for the Mariners.
It's working so far. 22-14. VIU in this opening set of the women's semifinal. Mariners 16-4 during the regular season. The Chargers 7-13. They were in a dogfight just to get into the postseason. Finished with the same record as Douglas. The Cotter Avalanche were right there as well. The CBC Bearcats were right there, right down to the, I think basically last weekend, which was Valentine's weekend. So some teams sadly finished with no love. I don't know.
I didn't even know Valentine's Day, or I didn't even know what day Valentine's Day was until the day of.
I don't know if you have a partner or not, but you better figure that out when you do that. They're going to set up the far side. That was a tap over by Roost. That one off a block. Nice play by Vetch to keep it alive. They'll go back to Roos. Roos on the far side. Ingram, her bump going to go over. Some helter-skelter play right now from both teams. Ingram hits the antenna. And we point to Camosun.
And that's the type of effort we need to see from Camosun. That desperation, have to get every ball, and then it ends up with number 19, an attack error into the net. So just got to play, not conservative, but confidently, and play with that desperation now that they're down 7 points.
Nice pass by Exner. Here in the middle, it's Green. Dug by Thompson. Bolink with a nice backhanded pass across the net. Here's Ingram. She's rejected. Archibald, the big block.
I think that save by Bolink is going to go on a highlight reel somewhere, because that was a great heads-up play from her and ends up with her teammates getting the block as well. So that was a great teamwork all the way around for Camosun.
Backhanded stab right in front of the referee. Good pass again by Exner. This is Brisbaugh out of the backcourt. Vetch can't handle it. Brisbaugh gets a kill, her second of the afternoon.
And that's why she's a first-team All-Star. She can get points in many ways, from her serve to attacking to blocking. So she's got a whole repertoire of skills.
Thompson with the pass. This is Bolink. Bolink is rejected. Hughes with a big block. Hughes part of the all-rookie team out of Port Coquitlam.
Yeah, that was great press over on the block. No seam in the block, and both the blockers communicating very well.
There's an ace. And that's going to do it for the opening set. The VIU Mariners strike first with a 25-16 opening set victory to take a 1-0 lead here in the match. This best-of-5 women's semifinal. We'll take a short break and be back with the second set. You're watching the 2026 PACWEST Volleyball Championship. To the second set we go of this women's semifinal. VIU taking the opening set 25-16. See if the Chargers can rebound or if the Mariners can take a commanding lead in this matchup. The fifth time these two schools have met this season, VIU winning the first three. Camosun coming back to win 1 during the regular campaign. That was in 5 sets. So here we go, the second set. And it'll be Georgia Archibald to lead things off for the Chargers. Exeter's pass isn't the best. They get it to Brisbois. She is partially rejected and then sends it over. The Chargers are ready for it. There's a wraparound play, but into the net goes Carr. And the Mariners open up the second set with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, on the Chargers side, I think coming out of that first set, they didn't come out with the type of energy the Mariners did. Just no real desperation until it got too late into that first set. So I want to see aggressive serves and hard attacks and great presses and constant communication between their team.
Well, they didn't communicate very well there. They went off the top of the rope, and it's 2-0 VIU. They're going to set up Bowling. It's Bowling with a left-handed tap, but it is a lift play. I'm surprised that she had it a close fist. Did she not with the left hand?
I think it was open-handed, but I would have never expected them to call it lift on that one. It seemed pretty fair, but game goes on.
3-0 now. There's another ace, the second for Ingram in this series, and it's 4-0. Reagan Ingram, who loves Alan Jackson, apparently.
And this is the exact start the Mariners wanted to get off to. A nice 4-0 lead so they can be extra aggressive on their serves for the rest of the set.
That one, Ingram has to dig, does a nice job. They're going to send up Horde. Horde is blocked. It's still alive. What a great play by VIU. Here's Bolink off the block, and it is against the net, it appears. The down official saying, yes, it's off the net. My player, pardon me, is off the net, and the Chargers are on the board, 4-1. You don't know any songs by Alan Jackson? I kind of set you up there. Like, I don't know any songs.
I do not know much Alan Jackson. I'm more of a Michael Jackson kind of guy. But
all right. I like that.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask Reagan after the match.
Yeah.
That is hit wide, but a Charger is on the net, so back-to-back net calls, and it's 5-1.
Yeah, it's a bad time to be on the net. You have to be extra cautious to get back into this game if you're the Chargers.
Here's Hughes. Hughes will send it over. Thompson with a nice pass. They're going to send it back door. That is Archibald. The Mariners are ready for it. Here's Brisbois off a block. Nice job by Bolake with a block, and it falls to the floor. The Chargers get their second point. And Exner will come back in for VIU. Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, great block by the Chargers, but if you're the Mariners, I want everybody coming over to cover a ball like that. There was kind of no man's land all around Grace Brisbois' attack there. So if I'm the Mariners, I want to put an extra emphasis on everyone coming around to cover.
Here's Bowling. See if she got her serve in this time. Bowling, her serve is a better one. Mariners handle it. Brisbois down the line. Thompson's there, still alive. Bowling with a nice save, but it goes off the ceiling. And out of play. Now at Camosun, that definitely does not go off the ceiling. But here at CBC, it's a little bit lower.
Yeah, slightly higher ceiling on the island there.
Too bad. There was a nice play. Nice dig by Thompson initially.
Great dig.
6-2 VIU. Here's Brisbois. Her serve into the net. She struggled with her serve in this one. So a point back to the Camosun Chargers. Thompson will depart. And Archibald comes back in. For Camosun, Ellie Carr back to serve. Here's Carr. Serve handled there by Ingram right up against the net in the middle off Bolink, and Green gets the kill. Her second of the afternoon out of the middle. And it's 7-3. And Horde back to serve.
Yeah, great run in the middle. It's early in the game, so I like when the middles get more volume earlier in the set.
Her serve handled there by Bolink. On the far side, Van Brabrand. Now it is Ingram. Ingram gets the point. Took a little bit off it. Nicely done, a little change-up. And it's 8-3.
And still, like the first set, I like what the Mariners are doing, just picking on Erica Bowling from their serve, her passing line, and just making her work more and more throughout this duration of this game.
Here's Horde, who's born in Nanaimo. Another Bowling pass. She'll get it from the back court. Goes off a block. Chargers keep it alive. Bowling again, this time not a very high set. She'll just send it over. There's a nice tip by Wade. Smart play by the setter of VIU, knowing everybody was out of position, found the back corner and placed it nicely.
Hey, she's got a lot of experience. She's a fifth year, so she knows where the open spots on the court are and has great court awareness.
5th year, but I believe this is her first season as a Mariner. I'd have to double check on that. They're going to send up down the line. That's Vetch, found a spot just inside the out-of-bounds line.
Yeah,
It cuts the lead.
That is great awareness, seeing that the block is shifted over and just chopping it right down the line.
And Broadbent, her serve, handled there by Exner. Wade up against the net. There's Green with a big kill out of the middle. Grace Green making an impact. And now we'll go back to the service line in her 3rd year at Nanaimo.
I love the pace that they set the middles for the Mariners. They're really pushing the pace just out of their hands and already attacking.
Vetch with a nice pass. And the backcourt, that's Bolink. It's going to end up right here in the broadcast booth. Bolink with a big kill there. That one's okay. It came nice and soft. So it's really, really high velocity ricochets.
Yeah, that was
make me nervous. It's a nice pass by Green. This is Hughes. She'll just tap it over. Chargers ready for it. Vetch will just send it high and over, but Exner is right there. In the middle, that's Hughes. Bolink with a nice dig. Good rally here. And Vetch is rejected. Hughes with a big block. That front court of the Mariners played so well at the net. Whether it's Green or Horde or Hughes or Brisbois, like they have been outstanding at the net.
They just have so much chemistry together. They know what they're all good at, and they complement each other by helping with the blocking and offense.
Here's Wade. This is Vetch. Vetch will go cross court and get the kill.
Great high contact and deep swing for Vetch.
And she'll go back to serve now. Will, the rookie, who says she's famous on TikTok. I don't know. You're younger than I am. You may have TikTok. I just kind of every now and then look at it.
Haven't seen her account, so I can't confirm or deny that. So
that one, I think, hit the top of the net. I don't think a Charger touched it.
Yeah, no touch.
But it's 11-6. Well, maybe between matches we can search her.
We'll do our research.
Yeah, on TikTok. A slight delay here as the down official was rolling the ball across the floor. Now he's checking in.
Yeah, out of rotation call.
Well, somebody is out of rotation. Not sure who. Officials are talking to the table staff. There's an official behind the table staff as well, making sure. These calls become bigger and bigger as the matches go on.
Yeah, especially at this point in the game, you're down 4 or 5 points, and then an out of rotation call. That's just a total. Oh my goodness! Can't believe that happened.
So 11-7. Not a bad crowd here. The thing about the island teams too, and you know this, Kyle, because you played. They travel so well. Like the fan base for the Mariners, the Chargers, that they're always at these tournaments, which is so good to see. A lot of the mums and dads, and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters supporting their athlete, which is so nice to see.
And I mean, it's only hour and a half ferry ride, so it doesn't take up too much of their time. They can, still do a day trip if they wanted to see one game, stay the entire weekend, but it's just so accessible for everybody, all the fans and all the family that want to come see their kids and nieces, nephews, whoever's playing.
Let's give a little shout out to the UFV Cascade. Tell me how the squad did, men's and women's.
The women's are actually playing today against UBC.
Okay.
They're the 7th seed. They're playing at UBC, the 2nd seed. They lost yesterday 3-1.
Oh, wow.
And so they have to win tonight and then force it to a game 3 to play tomorrow. Okay. So it's do or die for the women's Cascades tonight. And the men's team didn't make the playoffs. Their record was 0-20. They were last in the league for points and for wins and everything.
Yeah.
So, but they're having from what I'm told at least, they're kind of revamping everything. This was a building year, and now all the veterans are leaving, and now all the rookies next year, they're going to have their opportunity more and more to get more experience on the court. So just a rebuild year, quote unquote, I'd say.
Well, when you go winless, really there's only one way to go.
Yeah, I know, nowhere to go but up.
And that is, I mean, we joke, but teams, schools go through that, rebuilding. We see that at the professional level, the collegiate level, the kid level. Like it is it happens from time to time. But interesting about the women. So hopefully the Cascade are able to.
Yes, that'd be cool to see.
That's tough. The Thunderbirds are always such a good program in women's volleyball, and
they are consistently consistent is what I like to say. Like they have Lucy Borowski is their best player's name, and she is probably the best university women's volleyball player I've ever seen because she in all facets of the game, she just has it down pat. I can tell she watches a lot of film and she works really hard. She's played a long time, but she is so a left side, so talented in every facet. So I hope the Cascades win tonight.
Yeah.
But the UBC Thunderbirds are always consistent.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what the outcome of the call was, but it looks like VIU has the serve, so the Chargers must have been out of rotation.
Yeah.
They put a point up on the board, so it's 12-6 VIU. Referees are still confirming here at the table, but it looks like we are good to go now. Head coach Scott Freeburn not exactly pleased as we continue to play danger zone. Here we go. And Ingram going to go back to serve, and here she comes. Her serve is handled there by the Chargers. Going to set up Bolink, and now a double hit call against the Chargers.
Yeah, coming out of that long break, the Mariners are able to just stay the course and keep playing, do what they have to do, but Chargers got to bounce back after a long pause like that.
There's an ace by Ingram. She's been terrific this set from the service line. She started off this set, had a couple aces in that first series, and now she's back to the service line and has another one.
And all game, the Mariners have been picking apart the seams of where they want to serve. So that was another great example.
It's a better first pass. So set up Bolink. She'll go down the line. Ingram is there, just avoids the ceiling. And here's Horde cross court. Thompson is there for the Chargers. Bolink with a little tip. Wade tracks that one down. Bumps it to Brisbois. She'll go cross court. Van Brabant was there. Right back to Erica. Erica will say enough is enough and gets the kill. Her fifth, and now the head official wants to talk things over with the Camosun captain. So another small delay here. It's 14-7. The Mariners up by a touchdown. And sure, it's a bit of a bench call. Maybe Camosun said something they shouldn't have, or a little
celebrating
excited.
a little too hard.
Okay. All right. Trianfi will go back to serve now. Olivia in her second season with Camosun. As the setter, and here she comes. Her serve handled there by Exner. In the middle, that's worked all game and continues to work as a big kill there by Sarah Hughes.
Great run in the middle. I like the 31 run coming out from her, and usually it's been the 51 runs. The ball just coming out of the setter's hands in the middle is attacking, but the 31 makes the Camosun Chargers middles have to move a little bit more.
Tapped over by Van Brabant. This will be sent over by Brisbois. Thompson sets up. And Brabant again, she just taps that one over. Good rally. Brisbois, she'll go across court, but goes wide. And it's 15-8. Chargers trailing. Head coach Shane Hyde, the veteran coach of the Mariners, will pop up and talk to his star. Brisbois after that error. And Bolink will go back to serve. Here's Erica. Her serve. Nice pass by Exner. Here's Brisbois. She'll go off a block and gets it down. So whatever Coach Hyde said works for Grace.
And that's a great attack because she was aiming for the edges of the block off the sides of the hands of the blockers, and she did it flawlessly, having the ball fly out of bounds there.
And she'll go back to serve. 16-8 with the lead. Here she comes. Bolink with the pass out of the middle. That one partially blocked. Here's Ingram, but into the net. And the Chargers draw a little closer, 16-9. You can see this one right down the court. And it went into the net. That was Ingram's attempt. Great camera angles here at CBC.
Oh, yeah.
Horde with a nice pass to Wade. Is in the middle. Green went off a couple Chargers, and they just do get the free ball over. Mariners going right back to work. This is Horde, who makes no mistake. Her loudest kill of the afternoon.
Yeah, she was trying to put a hole in the ground there.
184 kills during the regular season. And she'll go back to serve. Says she can do the worm. I'd like to see a big kill and somebody do the worm in celebration. Is there an excess celebration? I guess we did see it earlier. But have you ever seen that from a player on the court?
Not from a player on the court.
Okay.
From the bench is a whole other animal because you got to do whatever you can to get your teammates going.
Yeah. That one's rejected there by Green, so I want to see Horde do the worm is what I'm saying. That's what I
put it on TikTok on,
that's
on
right.
the account.
That's right. Well, that was Vetch who's the TikTok, so I don't know if she wants Horde's worm on the
yeah.
Just gets messy. Timeout called by the Chargers who trail 18-9 here in the second set. Remember, VIU up 1-0 after the 25-16 first set victory.
Yeah, good time to call a timeout on the Chargers side. Want to find some way to stop the bleeding here, and that all starts with the first contact, getting a nice pass high in the middle of the court. It doesn't have to be perfectly on the setter's head. Just have to give the setter something to work with here, just so that she's got all of her options available to her.
Speaking of options, VIU just has so many.
Oh,
right?
yes.
I mean, they have so many different options. They play so well. Wade has the luxury of setting back or setting the pipe or whichever she wants to do because there are all these veteran weapons. That's been the story of VIU for years and years. And they finished as the second seed this year, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often for this team. But I know Grace Brisbois won the first team All-Star, but she has had so much help around her because everybody on the team just doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low mentally, and they know what they're good at. So they just execute their game plan to perfection, especially in the second set with it being 18-9 right now.
And then Coach Hyde finds a rookie like Sarah Hughes.
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's a good pipeline here for VIU. I mean, they're obviously history speaks for itself. 30 consecutive PACWEST medals, 19 golds. The school has been very good in women's volleyball for a long time. And that's a lot of thanks to head coach Shane Hyde, who's been here for a long time. There's 2 blocks by the Mariners. Wade got that last one and made it 19-9.
Great press over by the Mariners.
Let's see Hughes with the stuff there. And Horde will go back to serve. Here she comes. That one chased down. There's Bolink. Ingram with a little chicken wing and knocks it over and in. My daughter who plays volleyball, she calls that the chicken wing.
The chicken wing, yeah. It's the official name.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Just threw her arm out and knocked it over. And it's 20-9, a substitution for the Chargers as Vetch will have a seat and Roost comes back in.
That was great. Great awareness by the Mariners to put that one over right there. But just no one on the Chargers has – it just seems like the urgency is not there right now because four Chargers all around just staring at the ball hit the ground.
In the middle, that one tapped over by Archibald. Brisbois was there. Here's Horde in the backcourt. Thompson with a nice dig. That's Roost. Gets it inside the block of Green and down. Nice play by Roost. She gets her first kill, and it's 20-10. Right down the court here, you can see it's off the block of Green and down. Amber Brandt. Head back. Her serve. Exer right up against the net. Wade will just send it over and a double hit by the call from the official.
Yeah, obviously not a fan of that play. I think if the ball's coming over and you see no hands, I would prefer the regular dump, left-hand dump.
Amber Brandt has all sorts of fans, including her 10-pound rooster named Beaker. Back at home. Beaker's going to like that serve. Here's Ingram. Ingram will knock it over. Nice dig by the Chargers. They keep it alive. They're going to go right back to Reagan. She will go down the line, but the Chargers are there. That one's sent over. Van Brabant. And Bolink watches that one go wide and out of bounds. Oh, the head official says no, it was in.
Yeah. Even though the linesman called it out.
Yeah. Head official overrules.
Yeah.
And it's 21-11. Now Green will go back to serve. Green goes wide. Well, there's the volleyball gods making it even.
Yep.
It's 21-12.
If I'm the Mariners right now, I want to play with extra urgency, get the set over with, and try and keep as much energy you can for this third set coming up soon.
There's a Ricky Roost out of Lethbridge. Ingram goes long and wide. And Roost will get another crack at it.
When you're in a position like this for the Chargers, you're down, but now Mariners have made a couple mistakes. This is what gives you your second win. So that's all the confidence kind of building, the momentum shifting on the Charger side here.
Here's Ingram off a block and down. Reagan gets that point back, and it's 22-13. And Wade back to serve. The lefty. The lefty of Wade and the lefty of Brisbois. On VIU, here's Bolink. She's rejected there. To go right back to her. Why not? She pushes that one, but Horde was there. Here's Ingram again. Dug by Roos. Little tip. Exner, nice play. At the net. Here's Bolink again, but this time she goes into the net. And the Mariners get the point. Couple of nice digs. Exner had one. Horde had another. Nice play defensively by VIU.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing right now, it seems like the Mariners are just wearing down Bolink, just trying to exhaust her and get her like every ball they can, because with all that extra volume, you get more and more tired throughout the game. So I think,
jumping.
Yeah, I think the Mariners are doing a good job on their game plan right now.
That one into the net by Wade. And back to serve is Archibald. Here comes Georgia, and her serve sails too long, and it's set point. And the best setter of the set, or pardon me, the best server of the set is going to go back. Reagan Ingram. Her serve. Back court, that one is blocked. Thompson was there. That one's tapped over by Bullock. Is it still live? No. And the Chargers get a point.
Yeah, unusual little miscommunication or breakdown there for the Mariners. Unsure if that ball was still alive or not.
It was played by Bowling just to punch it over.
Yeah.
It was still a set point for VIU. Trianfi's serve will sail long. Oh, but the head official again overruling the linesperson and calling it in as an ace.
Some people in the crowd here are bewildered at that call.
Oh, that was in. I could see that replay. That was in. So 24-16. That serve off the top of the net, and that's going to do it for the second set. VIU will win this one by a score of 25-16, just like they did in the opening set, and they now lead 2-0 in this women's semifinal. Chargers have their backs against the wall. VIU trying to finish it off. We'll go to the third set next. This is the 2026 PACWEST Volleyball Championship.
Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds. Feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder. thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder, 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 feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder, 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 feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder, 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 feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder, 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 feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
To the third set we go of this women's semifinal. The Mariners well out in front right now, 2-0 after back-to-back 25-16 victories. And we'll see if the Chargers have a little extra fight in them here in this third set.
Yeah, I'd say from the past 2 sets, I think the VIU game plan has been very, very simple and very effective. Tire Erica Bolink out, let her get all the volume, serve everything at her and her seams in between her passers, and it's been working very well.
Wade will start this third set off with a serve. That one tapped over. Nice pancake there by Exeter, but the Mariners can't help her out, and the Chargers take a 1-0 lead. I believe this is the first time they've opened a set.
Yeah, I think so.
They have had a lead, but they haven't scored the first point, I don't think, of the first set. Till now. Well, Bolink will go back to serve. Erica Bolink in her final season. Her serve. That one's going to sail long. She just has not been on mark. She tried a different serve this time.
Yeah, switch it up from her spin serve.
Just hasn't found the consistency in this semifinal. Ties it at 1, and Ingram will go back to serve. She's been good from the service line. Van Brabant, she is rejected there by Horde. Chargers still control. Roost will tap it over with the left, but the Mariners are there. Here's Brisbois off a block. Mariners keep it alive, and it goes right over the net.
Wow.
Back and forth. Here's Roost. And Horde with a nice pass. Backdoor for Brisbois. Brisbois down the line, and she'll get the kill.
That's a great rally from both teams. And Mariners finally putting the ball down with their first-team all-star, Brisbois.
Nice plays at the net, though.
Oh, yeah. Great
Heads
blocking.
Up. Yeah, heads up volleyball. There's an ace. Ingram again. A repeat of what she did in that second set. She gets an ace here, and it'll go back to serve again.
Yeah, I wrote down on my notes, Camosun Chargers just have to find interesting and unique ways to score because the Mariners are very consistent in their blocking and their whole game. So rolls, tips, attacking, serving has to be on point and in the court.
Thompson on that nice pass. A set of Roost far side. Roost inside the line.
Nice attack.
She's got a kill. The rookie out of Lethbridge. Thompson will have a seat as the libero. And Carr will head back to the service line. There's Carr, who is missing a tooth. Gets the serve in. And an ace. Ellie Carr. Put a little wisdom tooth on that, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, coming to start this set, very, very good energy on the Charger side. They have a little bit more air in their, or wind in their sails.
That one a little too windy across and blew it out of bounds.
Yeah.
4-3 in favor of VIU. And back to serve goes Sarah Hughes. Sarah gets that serve into Bolink. And Brabant will just tip it over. Nice play by the rookie. I went off a couple of bodies. Still a live battle at the net. Won by the Chargers, but the Mariners control. There's a little tip. Roost is there. Brabant down the line, but well outside. It's 5-3. Good effort by the Chargers. They're not going away quietly.
Oh, just like earlier in this set, great net play for the blockers. Everybody had heads-up plays everywhere there, it seems like.
Here's Hughes, her serve. Bolink handles it. And Brabant will just send it over. Ingram with a nice pass. Up against the net, that's Green. Nice dig by Bolink. Roost finds a spot.
What a cut shot. That's not a shot that everybody can just do whenever they want. That's a very tough angle, putting your thumb down on the ball and hitting it basically just along the net.
Great angle from the camera right up against the net to see that cut shot. And Brabant will get it over. Ingram is there. In the middle, it's Green. She's been terrific out of the middle. Just another dimension for this VIU offense.
Yeah, never count out the middles, and that was a great run. But the pace is there as well, just right out of her hands, and she's already attacking.
Brisbois, her serve. Thompson with a tough pass, and it's an ace for Brisbois. They're usually sure-handed Thompson with a tough pass there. And Brisbois will back to serve. We met Kevin Hart in Montreal.
Huh.
Say Brisbois, she probably towered over him. Archibald is rejected. Bolink with a nice save again. Roost off a block, but Brisbois right there. Here's Horde. Horde, I don't think it touched a charger. Referee says play on.
Yeah.
There's Archibald with a tip. Green with a nice dig. And Exner will just have to send it long. Roost into the net. I don't know. I think VIU may have got away with one there.
Yeah, I think they did.
Regardless, they get the point.
But it was a great chase down almost into the stands to keep it alive, though.
8-4. And Brisbois back to serve. I hope she got a selfie with Kevin Hart.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, she's holding the camera really high, and then he just looks like a kid next to her.
Nice tip there by the setter, Trianfi. Nice angle. Look at that angle right down the court, right down the net. Nice play by Olivia. And Roost will go back to serve. Handled there by Exner. Here's Horde. Horde cross court. Thompson with a dig. Out of the backcourt, that's Roost off a block. Battle at the net. This one tapped by Archibald, but Brisbois was there. Horde is
Nice
rejected.
And that's the kind of play you need to get your team fired up and to cut this lead down. That was great press.
Archibald, you could see the eyeballs just light up when she saw Horde coming at her. Great play.
Had to emote really hard after that one.
Lead cut to 2. Here's Horde. This time she'll just tip it over. And Brabant with a nice dig. Set up Bolink, far side, just knocks it over. Nobody there. Good dig by Brisbois, but nobody there. And the lead is now 1.
Timeout.
And the Mariners call their first timeout of the match.
The game, yeah.
It's cut to 8-7. Chargers trying to stay alive.
Yeah, the Mariners do have the lead right now, but just the urgency doesn't seem on their side right now. I mean, this is do or die for the Chargers, so they're playing like it right now. They're playing very well. And even though they have the lead, it's just the desperation is not there for the Mariners. And that last play where Brisbois got a good dig is the whole encapsulation of this first set so far, it seems like. So it's a good time to call a timeout.
These two teams met 4 times. 2 times the Mariners swept the Chargers and are trying to sweep them here as well. However, the Chargers have other ideas.
Yeah, they're not going down without a fight here.
What position did you play? You played for the Capilano Blues.
Yeah, I played middle all my life. No coach said.
That's why you love the love for the middles. That's
course.
what's going on here. I see.
We don't get enough love as it is, so I gotta spread the love here.
That's great. So you spent time with Capilano.
Capilano won the provincial and national championship with them in 2019-2020 season.
As the world was shutting down, right?
Yep, I know.
Remember that.
We were like the last sporting event going on in Canada, so glad they didn't cancel us because that was probably one of the best days of my life. That was so just awesome in every way.
What a season and what a tournament. Back to action here. Brisbois will send it over against the kill. Nice play by Grace to knock that one down and make it 9-7. Were you out east for that?
Yeah, we were in Fredericton.
Okay, yeah.
Newbie.
And then you had to get all the way back to Vancouver.
Yeah.
As the world is shutting down, flights are being canceled, and that one into the net by Horde.
It was obviously a very
empty gym too, wasn't it?
Yeah, parents from home, they all came, and then one of my teammates, Enes Basirovic, he's from Australia. Yeah. His mom flew from Australia to New Brunswick just
No
to
way.
be able to watch it on the stream in the hotel. So we couldn't even watch it in person. But was happy nonetheless when we won.
Sure. Here's Ingram. Ingram is rejected. Nice play at the net by Carr. And there's that one tapped over by Wade. Here's Bolink. Bolink is rejected, but out of bounds. Gets the point. And it's 9-9. I couldn't imagine fly all the way from Australia just to sit in a hotel room.
I felt so bad for her.
What a crazy time.
Yeah, and then I played one more season with Capilano, or just practiced with them during the COVID year, and then one more year after that with them.
All right. The block by Bolink to give the Chargers a lead, 10-9. And Archibald will go back to serve again. Georgia's serve. Gets in. There's a better pass by Exner. Here is Ingram. Ingram outside. And it's a 2-point lead for the Chargers.
And the Chargers are doing everything right now. They're reading the setter's hands for the Mariners very well and closing their blocks on the outsides of the court. So playing a very good set so far. And making their serves. Well,
well, geez, Kyle.
yeah, commentator curse right there.
Chargers were looking for their biggest lead of the match. They were trying to go up by 3. They've
Then I had to open
there.
my mouth.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything. But Mariners go back to work. Bruce with the bat. Nice tip there, but the Mariners were ready for it, but couldn't quite get the ball in. That was a heck of a tip by Triumphi. She's done that a couple of times in this match, usually with success, and she will go back to the serve here.
I didn't even expect that to happen. I mean, just with the momentum of it already coming forward, and then just a little love tap over.
A couple of really big cats at home, she says. I don't know how big these cats are, but they're cheering her on. And this one, here's Ingram, says no way. Ingram continues her excellent match. Knocks that one down.
Yeah, there's options everywhere for this Mariners team. So to stop the bleeding, give it to one of the top leaders in kills in this entire league.
Wade, her serve is going to sail too far. And the Chargers regain their 2-point lead. 13-11, trying to extend to 3 for the first time in the match. Should be noted that the athletic director here at Columbia Bible College is Mike Teeter, and he's acting as one of the ball guys.
Hey,
You don't see athletic director
don't
do that very often, but it's nice to see.
Yeah, no one's above any job.
Whatever it takes.
You got to do whatever it takes.
Off a block, nice play again. Ingram with another kill. Cuts the lead to 1.
Yeah, it seems like she's been the bailout one on the Mariners side, who's kind of keeping this Mariners team afloat while they're down by 1 point here.
I have her unofficially for 8 kills for Ingram. She's been terrific from the service line as well. She will go back to serve in this situation.
Yeah, 197 kills total on the year, so she knows how to put the ball on the ground.
I believe she led the Mariners in kills this year. That one tapped over, but blocked by Horde. Nice play. It was Horde and also Hughes, the dreaded HH combination.
HH.
Not allowing that ball to get over, and ties the score at lucky 13. Ingram serve right up against the net, and it will be a call against Camosun.
Great awareness on the Mariners side, noticing that was on their side of the net there.
Ingram. That pass also against the net. This is in the middle. That one knocked down by Carr. Off a attempt by Wade.
Yep.
It's a great job by the setter. Keep the ball alive. The initial pass was sailing into the net, but she was able to get up. Was Triumphi to at least get the ball to Carr, who got the kill. Carr will go back to serve now. And Exner, that's a better pass. Here is Brisbois down the line, but Bolink was there. And Van Brabant will just knock it over. Here's Horde. She'll tip it. Triumphi was there. Bump set. Van Brabant, though, goes long. She's had a tough match. She hasn't really got going for the Chargers. And now the Mariners have a lead, 15-14. And Hughes will go back to serve. Bolink, a nice pass right in the middle. That's Archibald off a block. Green got a piece of it. And now Horde off a block. Thompson is there. Roost, little tip. Chased down by Wade. And now a call from the official was a double hit.
Yeah, it's
about 5 seconds before that, Coach Freeburg, who's right beside us, was yelling double. He called it before it even was called.
Yeah, also imploring his team to play harder. Now he's out of his seat.
And Brabant now, her serve. Handled there by Exner. Brisbois down the line. Thompson with a nice dig.
Nice dig.
Roost into the net. Now Mariners grow their lead to 16-15. And Brisbois will go back to serve.
Well, that was a great dig in position 5 there. Keeping the ball alive, giving them a chance at least.
Yeah, by Thompson.
Yeah.
That's what you need your libero to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's another nice pass. This one is Roost, goes cross court. The other libero, Exner, is there. That one by Horde, dug by Thompson. Bolink will chase that one down. Here's Roost. She'll just push it over.
The block.
Yeah, it gets it down and ties it at 16.
The reason that happens is because you're not pressed over the block. So if you're just up in the air, hand straight up like that, it's just basically target practice. You got to use those hands if you're not pressing over. And then it just goes straight down off the edge of her block.
Here's Horde, goes off a block and out of bounds. Horde put a little extra mustard on that one.
Yeah, that was great pace coming out of the setter's hands as well.
Well, the Mariners, again, recapture the lead, 17-16 in this third set. Remember, VIU won the first 2 sets, 25-16, so are in control of this match. Chargers trying to battle back. Here's Archibald. Dug there by Brisbois. Tipped by Wade, but the Chargers were ready for it. Going to go to Bolink down the line. Bolink with her loudest kill of the afternoon.
She may be the one that gets the most volume, but she gets the most kills on her team as well because she's got so many tools in her toolkit. I mean, she saw the open space there, and she just had to take a rip on that one.
The rookie setter, Elizabeth Sim, for the Mariners have come in for the first time. She was part of the all-rookie team this year, as Wade will have a seat. Tied at 17. Archibald serve. Exner with a nice pass. This is Ingram. Dug by Archibald. Right back to Bolink, and why not? She takes some off. That pancake by Exner. And Brisbois will send it over. That one tapped over by Carr, but again, Exner was there. Here's Bolink, tried to tip it and into the net.
Yeah, trying to go back door. Just right into the net, though.
How about the pancake by Exner?
Oh, my gosh. That was a great pickup. I thought it was still just out of reach. I'm like, oh, my gosh, that was a great pickup.
Not the top libero in the conference for no reason.
Yeah.
Bolink down the line with another kill. Bolink seems to be heating up a little bit here, but is there enough time?
Yeah, coming alive right when her team needs her the most. And she will get, now that it's almost the red zone when somebody hits the 20s, she will be getting a large majority of the volume I'm going to take a guess at.
Trianfi will hit the net. You can't do that, though, if you're the Chargers. You get momentum, you get the big kill by your best player, and then the serve into the net.
That is a lot of teams' downfalls. They get an amazing play and then miss a set or miss a serve, and then momentum shifts to the other side again.
Here's Sim for the first time. Nice serve into that back corner. Van Brabant up the top of the net. I don't think a Mariner touched it.
No.
And it's 20-18. Coach Freeburn is starting to pace a little bit in front of his bench.
Yeah, I don't think a Mariner touched it, but their lineup on their block was great. There are no seams in the block.
Served by Sim. Roost handles that one. Here's Bolink. Bolink cross court. What a dig.
Boy.
Mariners keep it alive. Exner will just send it over. Van Brabant will just tap that one over. But Brisbois was there. Here's Ingram off a block and down. Reagan Ingram continues to be a huge factor for VIU. And that will draw a timeout called by the Chargers.
Yeah, that That play right there was a great momentum builder for the Mariners, and now the Chargers' backs are literally against the wall here, and they have to fight tooth and nail to get every single point. But now that it's in the red zone, as somebody hits the 20s, there can be very minimal mistakes. Make your serves, even if it's 50%, you want to give yourself a chance to get a point, and then just attack aggressively and just be smart. Like, better execution. This is the time that you have to dial into everything that's going on.
I tell you, Ingram doesn't get that kill without Exner's dig off the Bolink smash. Like, Exner is starting to heat up as well from the backcourt. Terrific. She had the pancake before, then she that big dig there.
Yeah, coming alive right at the right time.
It's pretty impressive. It's fun to watch both these teams. It's high-pace action, back and forth.
The Mariners just seem to be the ones that have been more consistent throughout this entire game so far, just keeping the weight on the Chargers' shoulders.
Well, coming out of the timeout, 21-18. The winner moves on to play for gold. And they'll meet either Capilano or Douglas. Those two teams we'll see later on today at 5:30 in the other women's semifinal. Coming up at 3 o'clock today, though, we're going to switch over to the men's side of the bracket. VIU and Douglas. A rematch of last year's semi. Of course, Douglas defending PACWEST champs and CCAA silver medalists. Well, after the timeout, here we go. In the middle! That one's Carr. It goes wide, but was it off a block? It was. And Carr has about 3 kills unofficially. And now Bolink. Taking a little extra time back there. There's Erica. Here she comes. Takes a little bit off that one just to get it over. Mariners go to work. It's Ingram, but goes wide.
Out of bounds.
A rare mistake by Ingram.
But I like the intent there. No block down the line, just a defender. Try and cut that one down the line, but just a little too far.
Lead's been cut to 1. Here's Bolink. Her serve. Handled there by Horde. It's in the middle for Hughes to get the smash. Hughes hasn't had a lot of production offensively. She's been terrific defensively with blocking, but she gets a big point there to regain the 2-point lead.
And the thing about this Mariners team is, with all the options they have offensively, I mean, when you're in the red zone, you can basically set it to anybody on the team, and it's a good shot. And the middle is no exception. Hughes.
22-20 after the cleanup on aisle 5. We'll bring Ingram back to the line. Bolink with a pass. This is Roost. Roost finds inside the line. She's pumped to cut it to 1. And now a substitution. Archibald comes in for the libero. Carr will have a seat, and coming in is Madeline Mark for the first time. The rookie, the hometown rookie out of Victoria, will come in to serve.
Yeah, it seems like for the Chargers, they're just feeding their left sides at this point in the game. So if I'm the Mariners, I'd want to take an extra step towards the right side of the court.
Hughes, that one tapped over. Roost and Brisbaugh in a tap battle. Down the line, Brabant off a block. Ingram was there. Here's Grace. Cross court, off an arm. And Brisbaugh with a kill.
Great cross-court shot, just evading the block, and I think it was going to go out, but Chargers still caught a piece of it there.
Mark departs for Camosun. And now a substitution as Hughes will sit down for VIU. And Shea Posuma will come in with those different colored shoes. And we'll go back to serve for VIU. Bolink, a nice pass. Here's Van Brabant. She'll squeak it through the blocks for a kill. Cuts the lead again to 1, 23-22.
Yeah, has had a lot of attempts tonight, but not a whole lot of kills. So getting that one to go in the red zone it's good momentum for her confidence.
And Brabant, they call her Dragon, gets the serve over. Here's Horde. Too much. It's just too much VIU, too many weapons. And with match point the Chargers will call a timeout, trying to keep their gold medal hopes alive.
Yeah, the Mariners have consistently been consistent, as I was saying earlier, for another team. But they just know their game plan. They're just trying to tire the Bowlink on the Charger side down, and then just let their other players try and beat them.
Pretty tough when you have that many weapons. You've got Horde and you've got Green at the front, and you throw a Hughes in there, and of course Ingram has been absolutely dynamite.
Very good.
And coming out of the timeout, the Chargers trying to keep their season alive.
Yeah, coming out of this timeout here, I think Chargers are just thinking just 1 point. Just do one play. Don't overthink it. Just one pass, one set, one attack. Just play simple volleyball coming out of this. You don't want to mix anything up too crazy. You want to keep it simple here.
24-22. A couple of substitutions for the Chargers coming in. As Vetch will check back in, while Van Brabant will have a seat. And also Caballo will come back in for the Chargers. Haven't seen her since the first set. And there was a missed substitution, I guess, as Triumphi will come out and Vetch will check in. Now Van Brabant will check in. And Cabello will come in. All right, I think we got it all straightened out. And Sim comes in for VIU. I'm not sure if that was a substitution or not. I was watching the Chargers figure things out. I didn't see Sim slip in, but she's in the game. And Brabant serving for the match. There's Vetch off a block, and the Chargers stay alive.
Going high off the edges of the block. Great use there.
Now Roost, the former gymnast, competitive gymnast, will go back to serve. Her serve will be in. Ingram, Sim can't get to it in time, and this set is tied. Nice timeout call by Freeburn.
Yeah.
Since that timeout, the Chargers have scored 2 consecutive points, and now Wade will quickly check back in for VIU, and Sim will have a seat. I saw that substitution finally. Here's Roost. Off the top of the net, it's a pancake by Ingram. And the Mariners will send it over. They send up Bowlink. And Erica with a big kill.
Yeah, when it's clutch time like it is right now, she has been known to deliver. And she is experienced in doing so. So she will be having a high amount of volume going into these next couple points here.
And suddenly the Chargers have set point, trying to extend this match. Great pancake again. This is the second pancake we've seen.
Yeah, I know, it's impressive.
VIU. Exeter got the first one. Ingram got that last one, although Coach Freeburg beside us, he wasn't too happy with the call. He thought that ball was down, but I don't know. It's so tough to call. As an official, like that is such a tough.
As an official, you basically have to see the ball hit no fingers, because if the ball touched the ground at all, then it's a call. So you got to watch for the meat of the hand, basically.
I don't envy. And then, of course, you got 55 refs behind you.
Yeah. And your bosses are in the stands, and you got
no pressure.
Got eyes on you everywhere.
No pressure. 25-24, Chargers with the lead, down 2-0.
Yeah, just like before, I think the Mariners just have to take one play at a time, just one movement, one pass, high in the middle of the court, and probably giving it to the left sides going here. But still have your middles screaming their heads off. Yeah, 51, or like set me, so you can get in the Chargers' head just for 1/10 of a second.
Roll Roost with the serve. They're going to go to Horde, cross court, and they tie it. Horde with another big smack. She's got at least 4, and it's 25-25. And Horde will go back to serve. And here comes Lauren. Thompson, not a great first pass, chased down. Now Bowlink will just send it over in the free ball. Exner with a better pass. This is Ingram off a block.
Oh.
And the Chargers are again a point away from the set.
Yeah, great press over on the block there. Close with the middle and just took all the space away there.
So Archibald will go back to serve. This serve is going to sail long. And it will tie it again. 26-26. And now the down official is calling something.
Yeah, calling for the who's the captain on the Charger side.
All right, substitution. Hughes will come back in for VIU. And Green goes back to serve. Here's Green. Bolink, tough pass. This one against the net. It's going to be a call against the Chargers on a lift call. And the Mariners now have set point.
They got game point here.
That's right, match point. You're right. And that's Grace Green. Back to serve. Green. Roost with the pass. Here's Bolink. Takes a little off it. And Bolink, with a nice play, ties it again to 27.
Yeah, that's great court awareness by Bolink, seeing everyone on their heels, waiting for a hard-driven ball coming to them, and then just catches everyone off guard with the tip in the middle of the court.
The substitutes come back in for the Chargers, Trianfi, and also Van Brabrand. And Trianfi will go back to serve. Second-year player out of Langley. Her serve. Ford with the pass. This is Ingram, gets up high. May have been touched a little bit by a Charger, but it doesn't really matter. It's a kill by Ingram. And again, it's match point for VIU.
And this Mariners team just knows how to use the block against the Chargers so well on their offensive side. High off the hands and in between defenders.
Wade with the service right up against the net. And it's going to be a call against the Chargers, and VIU are going to win this one and punch their ticket to the gold medal match. Great set. That was a lot of fun to watch and call, but VIU wins 25-16, 25-16, and in this one, 29-27. And they take advantage and will move on, and they will win their 31st consecutive PACWEST medal, whether it be gold or silver, but it's pretty impressive.
That's impressive.
That they're back in the gold medal match again, and they'll face either Capilano or Douglas, and it should be a dandy, whichever it is.
It'll be a classic.
So after this is what's going to happen is they are going to announce the players of the game, and we'll carry the public address for that. And then the VIU player of the game, which I would imagine will be Reagan Ingram.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
We don't have said. However, she played so well. And then we'll have a post-game interview with whoever the player of the match will be. We're going to have to use your headset, Kyle.
That's okay.
I apologize for that.
I mean, Ingram just consistently throughout this game, in clutch time and beginning, middle of sets, knew when to attack, when to tip, and was able to read the Chargers defense very well and then served really well as well throughout the game.
Who do you give it to for Camosun? Well,
I'd say
Bolink, there you go.
Bolink, yep. Took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, I'd say Bolink because the highest volume, the one who had the most defense against her.
I had her for 10 kills. That's unofficial, of course. And here's the announcement for the VIU player of the game.
Yeah.
Player of the game for VIU, number 20, Eden Wade.
Wow, they went with the setter, Eden Wade. So she is the player of the match for VIU, Bolink for Camosun. And we're going to have a little chit-chat with Eden as we'll bring her over here. Come on over here, Eden. Come on over here. Now this... You are the first player to do this, so we'll see. You're kind of our test bunny here. Come on, just come on over. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I got to turn up your microphone here so we have you here on the broadcast. That was fun, hey?
Yeah, that was a great game.
This is your first playoff game with the VIU Mariners.
It sure is.
How did it feel out there?
It felt awesome. I think our team came into this really excited and really prepared for a fight, and I think Camosun gave us that in that third set, and I think it was a great game for all of us.
Do you feel you took your foot off the gas a little bit in that third set?
I wouldn't say we took it off the gas. I think there was some lapses in maybe our mental game just a little bit, just trying to stay in it for the entire time and really fight and focus. But I think we came together as a team in our timeouts, and Shane did a good job of getting us together when he needed to, and we ended up pulling it out, so it was good.
You've seen your teammates all season. It's the first time we've seen your teammates. There's a lot of options for you as a setter, is there not?
Yeah, it feels really nice to be in the back row or the front row and feel comfortable setting any person on the court at any time. It's definitely not every team gets that opportunity, so being a setter and having a lot of space to work with is definitely nice.
When you see Reagan having a nice game like she did today, is it easy just to get tunnel vision and just feed her?
Yeah, like sometimes it's hard with all of my players because everyone can have such a great game. So yeah, when Reg is up and you can just see her jumping through the ceiling, it's easy to find that hand every time. So sometimes it's nice to just get her going every game.
Your first thought about playing for your first PACWEST gold medal, how's that feel?
I'm really excited. Playoffs are always a great time in any type of volleyball career, and I think this is just a great opportunity, and everyone's worked so hard to get here, so it'll be great for everyone.
We'll go celebrate your team. Congratulations.
Great, thank you so much.
Dean Wade, she is the player of the match for VIU. So the Mariners have punched their ticket. They are on to the gold medal match tomorrow against either Capilano or Douglas. We'll have that match for you coming up tomorrow at 5:30. There'll be the Douglas Capilano match today at 5:30, and the winner will face VIU. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the first men's semifinal. VIU and Douglas. It's coming up at the 2026 PACWEST Volleyball Championship.
Problems, got to kill it. Ain't nothing that gon' stop